Jets. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taking just shy of the 10 here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They go play action here on first down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jordan Jenkins, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jones now, operating from the gun. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10. On first down, Darnold. Complete to Stewart, right side. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And that one results in 35 yards.
Oftentimes, guys who do a really nice job on the wide receiver screen plays are really good punt returners. It's the same skill. Make the first guy miss and then pick up your blocking and get downfield. Nice gain on that play.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Pryor has it complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Anunua's got it, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
No, check. Patriot! Gun!
Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And his first carry, he loses the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
And the Browns getting set to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And on the ground they go with a running back. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 3rd and 2, Jones is caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Here's a give to Crowell. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Gun! Watch him now, Barney!
On 2nd down, Darnold. Throw left side is taken in by Stewart. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Lucky 56.
Darnold. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They do, however, have a tough third and long coming up. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking for Pryor long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And his kick is right through. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Ardarius Stewart now on the return. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. One first down, you're almost in field goal position.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Darnold. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Lucky 56.
A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Tackle made by Tanner Vallejo.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. He completes it to Stewart. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Faking the give, Darnold. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Darnold from the gun. Buying time to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
Off of play action, Darnold. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. He's going to go deep for Conley. And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
After the interception, here's Darnold going for the deep ball. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
No, check. Patriot. Patriot. Here we go now. Blue 90.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Nick Boyle, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it fights through one man. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Flex round! Flex round!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Jones. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Now Jones, off play action, escapes the sack. Hard throw, incomplete.
Yeah, and that play was pretty well doomed right from the start. The pressure was really affecting him. Collapsed everything in the pocket. He had to move around, try to get it downfield. Incomplete.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Returnable here from the 38. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Darnold. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over, 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 over.
Here's Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Stewart. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Leopard! Leopard! Hey!
A first down throw, Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in the bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Green, 39.
Second down and 10, Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Now let's go. 319.
Back to throw, Darnold. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now it's Darnold. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So we've hit halftime here. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Darnold on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Ardarius Stewart, and now it's second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On second down, here's Crowell. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jones off the play fake. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Browns on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Terrence Brooks with a pick. And it's a touchdown for the Jets.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw on 2nd down, Jones. And Callaway taking it in left side. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Jones on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to the air on second down. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Now Jones on third down. And he's got his man. That's Landry. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Jones now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. Shedding through the defense. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jones to throw on second down. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff. Johnson. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will get him one closer. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for a noon walk. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and it's second down.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. On second and 10, Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Terrell Pryor scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Bailey got the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5. On second down, Johnson, a strong running. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Jones now on first and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Darren Lee picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He was looking for Landry that time. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Letting one go deep for a new one. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed,
now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
that's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left. Staying on his feet. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Amara Darboh, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. That's pulled in at the 32. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Again, it's Yeldon. And they see right through that defensively. as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Jets on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Gun!
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Looking for Pryor long. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. This is Yeldon on the dump-off. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. Pryor has it complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Darnold flushed out right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Jones throwing on first down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. He's going to let. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. There's a give to Yeldon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. He's to the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Isaiah Crowell. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Bailey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run it again with Yeldon. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the